how many of you know, but I also do TikTok. My TikToks are very similar to my YouTube videos, but shorter. Now, TikTok has a very unusual algorithm. Nobody can quite figure it out. And you see on TikTok, they have this wonderful feature. I can't wait till YouTube brings this. But you can do a video response to comments on your TikToks. As you can imagine, these are usually full of drama. Somebody comments something dumb on one of your videos, and you can do a video response to them, telling them just how dumb they are. Now TikTok got in his head one day that that's all I want to watch. It's these video response videos. And that was all I would see on my For You page over and over again on swipe, video response, swipe, video response, swipe, video response. That's all it would show me. And I got sick of it. Everyone was getting video responses but me. And I wanted a video response. So I commented on a TikTok to get my very own video response. And a guy called the Dumb Bricklayer just happened to be the guy that I stopped swiping, the guy that I commented on. And I was not disappointed. I got this.
I really wouldn't wish for that, because typically if I'm doing a video response to someone's comment, it's because they said something so stupid that their mom is embarrassed. But in your case, I took a look at your content. I also make mead. I'm also kind of surprised you only have like 200 followers when you have so much content and it covers so many different things, and a lot of the videos are really well done. But I would like to open the door for a mead competition, because mine is world class.
There seems to be a challenge in there somewhere. I love a challenge. So I contacted this guy and we talked a little bit. We went private, talked about more private, and decided that we're going to do a mead competition. Who can make the better mead? And it became so much fun. I let all the followers know with this. So, this guy has challenged me to a mead contest. Me. I got 350 subscribers on YouTube, bro. What do you have? Well, there's more to life than followers. So we will be challenging each other to a duel of mead.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you.
We will be documenting this every step of the way on TikTok and on YouTube. So follow him and follow me, and let's see where this goes. And he let all of his followers know with this.
You all know I do not back down from a TikTok fight, and I got a doozy for you. They said they can make a better mead than me.
It's going to be a couple of month adventure, and it's going to be fun. What we've worked out so far in the details is we're both making a 5-gallon batch of sweet mead. We've also decided to involve you guys, our fellowship. Some of you who volunteer and go through some checks are going to be getting bottles from each of us. You will not know whose is whose, and you get to judge free bottles of mead. We're setting down the rules, but we're both starting our batches.
And it wasn't long before we started to up our game. I'd just like to give a shout out to the Dumb Bricklayer, because I don't think you quite grasp just what you've got yourself into. For those of you who don't know, the Dumb Bricklayer and I have entered into a mead contest which will be judged by you, the viewers. Freshly bottled 6 gallons of titch, in the background of 3 test batches, 1 pineapple, 1 grapefruit, 1 lemon lime. That's on YouTube, check it out at Mead with Eric and Derek. Over here, 5 gallons of pineapple cider, which will soon be kegged. And this way, 5 gallons of lemon wine, which will be racked, stabilized, and back sweetened here in just a moment. And these are my pretty bottles. These are giveaways. Craft Beer Climber, some of these are headed your way soon. Now, this isn't special for me. This is just a regular Thursday. I do this every day of the week. So me making mead in my typical fashion. I started with a starter. So the first step to any mead is yeast. For my mead, I'm going to be using a starter.
Now I'm not going to go into too much detail because my opposition is going to be watching this, and I don't want to give too much away.
What is this giant bucket behind me, you ask? This is 5 gallons of orange blossom. Bought it for $246. What a price. So first, we're going to rehydrate our yeast. Put a little bit of water and chemicals in there. Pitch the yeast. Now, as you can see, I scienced the shit out of my mead. Stir plate. Stir plates are great for starters because they constantly agitate it. They constantly oxygenate that starter. And let's mix her up. Pitch our yeast.
You never, ever, 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 ever want to put an airlock on a starter. Paper towel over top to allow air in and keep the bugs out.
So we're gonna turn the power on, start spinning that thing.
So there's a little stir bar inside there. It's a magnet, and there's a magnet down in the stir plate, and it spins that magnet around. And it'll keep on spinning and spinning and spinning it until it'll create a vortex inside there. And it's gonna have that vortex for the entirety of the starter, and that will suck air down inside there and constantly oxygenate that starter.
To wit, he found this rather humorous and gave me this response.
I see I'm up against Bill Nye, the mead guy. You want to see my starter? It's a $4 fucking plastic bucket. I'm gonna go wash that out, and it's happening.
Dealing with microorganisms, you actually really have to keep things really clean, or you could spoil a batch.
Honey in a trash pail. That's what you're gonna lose to, buddy.
And thus, the shit talk had started. So I decided to up my game, and I started parodying the dumb bricklayer. I'm the dumb bricklayer. I smoke lots of cigarettes. Sometimes I have coughing fits. When that happens, I smoke another cigarette. It doesn't help. My favorite TV show is How It's Made, because it shows me how it's made. I'm not going to get the vaccination because I don't trust the AT&T network. In my next video, I'll show you how to make mead. Now he let that first one go, which I thought was a little disappointing, so I hate him again. I'm the dumb bricklayer, and I'm going to show you how to make mead. This is how I'm gonna beat the mead guys at the competition. You don't need any fancy equipment, you just need a trash can. Now I'll just start out with toilet water. Just go and scoop it out with your hands. See, you don't even need to take the trash can out. That's extra packaging. You don't need to use yeast. Just throw in a jar of Vegemite. And then for yeast nutrient, just dump your ashtray in there. It turns out I was challenged by an old school guy.
Well, hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Mead Show. Today we're going to science the hell out of yeast. I have my little helper here. This is Yeast Bob. Now Yeast Bob, he's got extra skin that I gave him so he doesn't get critical damage from the viruses and other bacteria that's going to be in the batch we make. Fun fact about yeast, did you know that yeast dies after having sex? The ones I fucked do. Oh, this is George. Well, anyway, it's time for another vaccine. I create my own because I scienced the hell out of it.
You're gonna lose to a dude with a bucket because people are gonna taste the nerd in yours.
He's one of those guys that make mead in a bucket or a trash can, stick it on a shelf somewhere, bread yeast, raisins for nutrients. But he has been making mead for much, much, much longer than I. So, even though I got all the science on my side and he's got that hillbilly stuff, don't underestimate that, because those old-fashioned ways can produce quite a beverage. And once again, I hit him with a few more parodies. I'm the dumb bricklayer. I've entered into a contest with the mead guys, but I don't know how I can win, because they're so much better than me. They're also so much more attractive than me. But they sent me some of this stuff, and they asked me to make a video about what it is and how to use it. So let's dig in. Alright. This is where you store honey before you put it. You can measure honey with this. See the little numbers along the side there? This is a honey measuring thing. And this has something to do with pH. So you can put this in your mead, and it's filled with acid, and it makes the acid bigger in the mead. This makes your mead really good. This does. Now this is very rare. I've never seen one of these before. It's $4. Oh. Oh, I know what this is. You put these in your cigarettes. You empty some of the tobacco out of your cigarette, and you put this in there, and then when you smoke it, it makes the smoke pretty colors. It's a cigarette additive. This has nothing to do with home brewing. This must have just been a gift that they sent me. I really appreciate this for these guys. This is some sort of faucet. I think, yeah, you attach this side to your sink, and then you can use this piece to put water in your mead when you're filling it with water. And then he hit me where it hurts. You see, we talk a lot, and he found out that I have a thing for grandfather clocks.
Now, I know I'm out of breath and sweaty. There's a reason for that. I live on the 3rd story, and I just got done hauling up a heavy piece of furniture. Well, with those of you that know about the mead competition, where the mead guys and I are both making a batch for our followers to judge, in talking to him, we've actually had some really good conversations where we're getting to know each other on a personal level. He's a really good guy. And in one conversation, he was talking about how he's a big fan of grandfather clocks. Like, he loves them. And so the heavy piece of furniture that I just got done hauling up is my new grandfather clock. Yes, I am that petty. Now I'm going to put the weights on, and I'm going to set the time. I'm going to pour myself a bourbon, and every hour I'm going to hear the melodious tones of the chimes ringing out that you win at nothing, you fucker.
Now there's quite a few TikToks in reference to this that I haven't shown. And everybody is loving this.
So another update on the mead competition. Last night I was talking to the mead guys. We've decided how many bottles we're sending out. We are both going to be making 20 12-ounce bottles. And so each judge is going to receive a bottle of mine and a bottle of his. And you can then just taste both and decide which one you like best. How he picks his judges is up to him. How I pick mine is up to me. 24 ounces is enough to give a really good buzz to a grown man. So no worry on that part if you're picked as a judge. My wife got to try my mead for the first time yesterday.
It was so good. He is so going to win.
And so I'm really looking forward to getting you guys involved. We're both really close to having our batches done. Might be a couple of weeks, might, depending on how things go, because we're dealing with a live organism, it might be a month. But I will be releasing a video soon on how I pick my judges.
Everyone's commenting. Everyone's trying to get in on it. Now, this contest is going to be judged by the viewers. Now, we haven't quite decided just how we're going to choose who the judge is going to be. It's going to be from the viewers. And people who have never tried mead before are going to have the first priority. And I'm going to send him a whole bunch of my mead, and he's going to send me a whole bunch of his mead. And it's going to be a blind judging. We're going to send these meads out to whatever viewers, however we decide how we're going to choose them. And the viewer isn't going to know whose mead they got. They're not going to know if they got mine or his. And they're going to rate it somehow. And then whoever gets the best ratings wins. If you'd like to get in on this, follow us both on TikTok and make yourself heard. Say something. Or hell, stitch one of us. Do it. Do something. And we'll definitely get your name in the hat. I hope to see you there. Until then, thank you for watching.